Hey, Nina. Hi, Beverlyn. Hi, V. Hi, Carolyn. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You'll have to excuse my face. It's kind of puffy. I have been crying all afternoon, but they're tears of joy. So there's that. I've been crying all ever since they handed me my test results back. So my face is like pillow puffy. Eyes all swole up. Hey, Maisha. But they're happy tears. So that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. Hard part is over now. I passed my ATI. I passed my exit exam, so I will be graduating in April. Hey, Kiki. Thank you. So here's T. um, a lot of you know that I was supposed to graduate this past Friday, and I was supposed to finish my program December 16th. And the ATI exam that I took, I didn't pass it last quarter. So I had to start again in January and take this one class over. So that meant I had to take clinicals, theory, and lab all over again. And I also had to take the exit exam again. So, with that being said, there's a total of 5 exams you have to take this capstone quarter in order to graduate. Thank you. So you have to take your dosage calculation, which is the pharmacology math, basically the math we use to calculate how much medicine we're supposed to be giving to people. Yeah, I'm still getting paid from TikTok. Y'all crazy. Yeah, I am. Um, so I took that one and I passed that one. Thank you, babes. And so yesterday, when I was all animated and oh, that is so cute. I was all animated. I'm talking about Shador and stuff. I didn't tell y'all that I was um uh having to take my sorry. I didn't tell you guys yesterday that I had to take my ATI. And I purposely didn't say anything about it because thank you, Carolyn, because I wanted to take it and not be stressed, not be worried. And so I took it yesterday. So I just went on about my business yesterday like nothing. But let me tell you something. From the time we took that exam until today, hey Tish, hey Franny, and oh Kiki, that was cute. And they passed out our my girl said she had coins to dump. So normally they will post, and today, oh my God, that is so cute. They did not post the grades. They were like, okay, guys, and they folded them in half and handed them to us. They were like, here are your results. So I'm sitting there and I'm just like, oh boy. Father, right here in this place, just right here in this place, right in this place. So in order to graduate, you had that is so pretty, and pink is my color. You had to make a 74. You had to make a 74. So my instructor, he's looking at me and he hands it to me, and he's got this look on his face. I can't tell if that's the look of I'm proud of you or we need to talk. So I immediately took it out of his hand and I opened it up, and I'm just goofy as hell. I'm doing this like it's gonna make a difference what the grade is if I squint my eyes looking at it. But I looked over in that corner and saw my grade. I just screamed, and my teacher screamed with me, and we hugged each other. And immediately, I ran out the room, and I had to call my best friend on WhatsApp. So I called Tish, and I'm like, if she don't hurry up and answer this damn video call, I didn't snuck out the room to call and tell her because she's ignorant, y'all. Let me tell you something. If I'd have came on here and told all of y'all before I had told her, it'd have been a problem. You know, everybody got a friend like that. She's mine. So, thank y'all. So, I call her on WhatsApp. Now, I didn't already started crying. And thank you, beautiful. And so she is like, girl, yes, she's crazy. Yes, a problem it would have been. Thank you, Tish. So, she looking at me and she's like, what's the matter? And I'm whispering. I said, I'm graduating. And she comes into the camera like this. What? I said, Tish, I'm graduating. The whole tone changed after that. The whole tone changed after that. Now, y'all have probably heard me talk about my bestie because with my bestie, I can't tell her stuff unless I'm ready for her barrage of questions. Thank you. And so she immediately starts asking me questions. Not that I couldn't answer, but I didn't snuck out the room to come and tell her. And I'm like, she was like, okay, you call me back. I'm gonna call you back. So I go back in the room. I'm just sitting there and I'm just crying. So the other kids who were in my class, they were like, what's the matter? And I was like, I'm gonna graduate. And all of them were like, oh, congratulations, because this is a different cohort than mine. Mine graduated last quarter. So I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, you getting ready to graduate. Like for real, you're gonna graduate. You're gonna walk across the stage. So now I'm just looking aloof. 'Cause I'm crying, I'm grinning. You know, other people were in the classroom and they got their results too. So you could kind of tell that, thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you, Carolyn. That you could kind of tell they didn't get the results that they wanted. But I just was like, you did it. You did it. Okay, so let me give y'all some backstory so you can understand why why this was so epic. Because I started this RN program October of 2020, and the pandemic hit. And they had us nurses all over the place. And I went out to the desert while I was still in school. And I was in class while I was out in the desert. That's where I met my best friend. And I was up to my head in death and COVID and didn't get sick until I went home. So I went home, got sick, and I failed. And I had to, well, no, that was the second time. While I was working, I had failed. And you can't fail but once. I failed twice because I caught COVID the next time. And so I had to sit out. And the school decides if they're gonna let you back in. Well, I got tired of sitting around and I was living in San Antonio. So I made the decision. I got up one day, I packed a week's worth of scrubs and 30 days worth of clothes and put it in the back of my car and I drove to Houston. And I found a extended stay and I got a room there and then I went and did a look and lease and signed a lease for an apartment. And luckily, the apartment was going to be finished at the same time that my apartment in San Antonio was willing to let me out of my lease. And so I started driving Uber while I was trying to find a job in a facility. Well, I drove so much, I messed around and I got a scholarship. So I called my best friend and I'm telling her, hey, Uber has this scholarship. I can do the BSN program while I'm doing my RN program. And so my bestie was like, ooh, that's a lot. You think you can do it? And I was like, yeah. So in the interim, I am trying to get back into an RN program. And I go to the community college because I'm like, you know what? I'll just enroll and go to Prairie View's nursing program and just do the RN BSN program. That didn't go the way planned. So I was at the community college taking all these classes. Then I was like, hey, I'll go to Lone Star. I'll do their program. So I registered at Lone Star thinking that I was enrolling in the RN program. That's what I told him I was doing. So I take the class I'm supposed to take. And I get this email telling me that if you want to sign up for the RN program, da da da. I just happened to call the uh, advisor. The advisor says to me, oh no, you're not going to be in the RN program because you have to be an LVN first. And I'm like, I'm a licensed nurse already. So I had paid for a class that I didn't need and wasted a semester. So I circled back to Galen and I'm like, look, I can't transfer these credits I have. So let me in. And so it began. So I was taking my RN program and my BSN program at the same time. And it has been an arduous journey, let me tell you. uh, Today, I think, is the first time that I actually breathed and it finally hit me that I'm I'm at the end, that I'm graduating. Um, a month ago, I thought that my dream of becoming DMP was tanked, that it wasn't going to happen. Thank you, Mika. Thank you, Shelby. Um, and there were a lot of people, including one of my directors, who really went to bat for me because technically the school didn't have to let me back. And her name is Dr. Newsom. I have done a lot of things in my life in terms of a professional career. Nothing. I have never gotten up and gone to work at AT&T and come home and felt good about it. Never felt that way when I worked at Verizon. I didn't feel that way when I worked at all of those places. But as a nurse, no matter how chaotic or crazy it gets, the stress, no sleep, no eating, holding your pee, all of that, I wake up and I go to bed and I feel good about what I do. Absolutely. So, the ATI is now behind me. I have my regular three exams that I have to take, and then I'm finished. That part right there, Mika. Delayed is not denied. So yeah. Oh, Nina, don't cry. So the beautiful thing is this: I will walk the stage April 24th, and then I walk the stage again in August. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So all this time when y'all see me on live and doing stuff or whatever, that's what else is going on in my world. Now normally there's water or that Nello calm in this cup. Not tonight. Yes, Pamela, I do. The best advice I can give you, sweetheart, is find a program and go visit the program, see what it's like. You've been a CNA already. I often recommend to people who say they want to become a nurse, if they've never done any bedside or healthcare work at all, do the LVN program first. That way you can get acclimated with it, but you've been a CNA. So, um, find a program that works with your schedule and your lifestyle, because nursing programs are extremely stringent and it does require, and let me keep it 100 with y'all. Let me keep it all the way 100 with you. When you make the decision to commit to nursing school, you may even have to make the decision not to work. And that's hard because you will now have to rely on means of support and livelihood that you're not accustomed to. I'm not a person that's accustomed to asking or having people do stuff for me. That's hard. But there have been different periods during my nursing education journey that I didn't work and it was hard. Um, Bad credit, no money, no social life. Those are the realities of it because your studying schedule is just as long as your school schedule. But I can 100% tell you that the hassle is worth the tassel. And I'm not even talking about the money. I am just talking about the gratitude. I've worked and I've done things that I just did because I wanted the paycheck. And now that I'm nursing, doing the nursing because it's something, psych nursing is something I absolutely love and it's something that I am very good at. So when I am doing it, it doesn't feel like work. So that would be my best advice to you. Find a program that works for you and aligns with your lifestyle. You know, you may have to do part time, You may have to do night classes. There's just several different variations of that. But if you've already been a CNA, you're almost there anyway. And I will say, welcome to the fold when you make the decision to come. We'll be glad to have you. Baby, Shelby, that was me. That was me, Shelby. In August, me and the bestie are Kiki Kien, you know, because that that has been my rider. That's been my rider through all of this. And we talk on the phone at least 30 times a day. Yes, we do. And she always checking in on me, whatever. So I'm like, she like, you good? You good? And I'm like, yeah, girl, I'm good. Financial aid is gonna come through, da 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 da. And I didn't budget it out, everything. I'm telling her everything I'm gonna be able to cover because financial aid is gonna da da da. It's in the account and it's saying it's gonna be dispersed, right? I went to bed one night and it had one number, and then I woke up the next day and that number had shrunk it. I'm talking it has shrunk it from like $9,000 down to $1,200. And that's when things just, oh my. Yes, it was very much due to the orange toddler and his crew of people. But you know what? I did okay. I would not necessarily want to go back and do it that same way. Because I won't even front my mental health. My mental health, it teeter tottered a few times. I have gained weight as a result of the anxiety and the stress and the minor acute depressive phases that have happened. I mean, that's real. Um, because I was so afraid that, on top of having to change my livelihood and the order of my world, what about school? I've gotten so close. Am I going to be able to finish? And I say all the time that God sees and hears everything. And I know He sees and hears everything that I do because Shiloh keep Prime on his knees. I keep God shaking his head all the time. Like, look at her. Look at her. And me and my best friend tease each other all the time about how it's going to be when we go to heaven because of the foolishness that we got going on right now. But I have to tell you that it's absolutely by God's grace and all of the wonderful guardian angels He has put in my life that I am here, jap eyed and fat faced, I'm crying because I'm so ecstatic. I'm going to be an RN. I'm going to be an RN. Yep. So there's that. Hey, Octavius. My bestie said that tonight's live is supposed to be all about me because I graduated, but I don't have nothing else to talk about. So let's move on to some other things. She'll just send me a text message telling me I don't listen. Sometimes I don't. Oh, thank you, Shelby. Well, the beautiful thing is that we are masters of not looking like what we going through. But on a serious note, Tish, what are you going to tell God? You're really gonna tell on me? You do know he can see and hear everything we talking about, right? Y'all, this is my best friend. This is what I deal with on a regular. Like, Tish, I am listening, but w- there's I've told them the story. There's nothing else to say. What else? What else we gonna talk about? Miss Maggie, I'm trying. It's not working. It's not working. It's not working. Oh, we can talk about graduation? Okay. I'm sorry. That's right. She did tell me that I had to tell that I had to give the details. Okay, Tish, you're right. I didn't. Okay. So, there are some of you who asked about graduation. Graduation is Friday, April the 24th at 6 p.m. And it is at 6301 South Stadium Lane here in the Houston area. Well, it's going to be in Katy, but that's a suburb. So it's April 24th. Now, here's T. Um, if any of you, because some of you did tell me you wanted to come, I would love to have you come and hug your necks, not just because of graduation, but because of everything that goes on in our community chat. So there's that. And for those of you that can't come, there will be a live stream of it, and I will post the link for the live stream. My school always does live streams of our graduations. So you'll be able to see it. There, Tish, the graduation party. Well, I haven't quite put that together yet. We were making sure we finished the test. So there's that. So I'm gonna work on that and then I'll give the details. Will that work, Miss Maggie? This is what I deal with y'all every day. Hey, Janita. V, let me tell you something. I guess. The hell? What y'all gotta know about my best friend is she's the only child. So she doesn't really understand anything outside of her axis rotate. What you mean? Yes. Tish, I just got the test results today. We had this conversation. I was like, I'll work on the party stuff once I know for sure that I graduated. My God, today. Okay, Tish. Okay. Well, I tell you what, hun. Um, Tomorrow, I'm not driving late. I've already made my little itinerary for the day. I'm gonna drive a little bit. I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna study for my exam I have on Tuesday, and then after that, I'm gonna work on invitations and the party plans. Will that work for you, Letitia, Ariana, Maggie? Will that work for you? I can't believe we're having this conversation in front of everybody. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Chico. Janita, I knew you and Rochelle wasn't playing when y'all said y'all was coming. So it's all good. And I look forward to having you here. Between you and Tish, I think I'll be okay, even if I'm not. There's that. Mhm. I guess I'm gonna need to get an Airbnb, huh? Okay. So, yeah, we can see your post. You can't see it, Beatrice? No. The hell? It's not paused. V, we have to take them as they are. Hmm. Maisha, you know Dr. Newsom? She's amazing. I love her. She is, and y'all probably, well, you may not have, but whenever I'm talking to nurses, I'm always talking about the white dress nurses. And I'm always talking about how I'm so excited that I've been trained by white dress nurses. Anybody that's in nursing knows white dress nurses are old school OG nurses. They're the real deal. Well, Dr. Newsom happens to be one of those nurses who falls in that category. Um, Not only is she an amazing instructor, but she is an amazing nurse and one of the most compassionate human beings I've ever met. Because in nursing school, a lot of times you get to see the ugly side of nursing. And it's really cool when you meet a nursing precept or a nursing instructor who, one, loves what they do and they want to make sure that their nursing students get it. And she is one of them. Um, there were so many times during this program when I was ready to throw in the towel. I mean, you wake up every day and you kind of just weigh things out like, is today the day I become a midnight ballerina or no? In my case, I don't know. I think I'm cute and I'm thicker than Southern cornbread, but I don't know. Everybody may not want me to take their vision hostage on a pole. I'm just saying, there's that. So it's like, well, no, we're not going to become a midnight ballerina today. We're going to go ahead and finish this nursing program. And Dr. Newsom is one of those people that even without having an appointment to see her, you could go to the front desk and ask to see her and bring something to her. And she is always willing. Maisha, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I'm like, I know it's some people out there that like BBWs, maybe it'll be my night. They come in and it's BBWs. But when it comes to swinging on that pole, I'm not really. Not really, you know? So yeah. And then, I'm picky about things. I want to tell people what they can and can't do. It's just so many parameters to that I figured out it's not for me. It's not for me. Stage name is Biscuit. Well, I'll say this. I'm not the girl, when first of all, I've seen the documentaries and the movies when the midnight ballerinas are doing their thing and they customers are talking to them and all of that. I don't be liking people to talk to me all like that and asking me all them damn questions. Who you work for the feds? Why are you asking me all them questions? Why are you asking all them questions? I'm gonna tell you what I want you to know. Don't ask me no questions. Yes, Lily, you do have to be mentally strong for psych. Yes, you do. But I say that about the nurses who are in ICU or med surge. I can't stand med surge. I don't want to change a trash can in med surge. So my hat's off to everyone who is in med-surg, ICU, telemetry, ER. Y'all are the MVPs. Let me go on over here and talk to the people who want to talk to me about the JFK assassination conspiracy and the man on the moon. Those are my people. Those are my people. Now, Tish, I did not say nothing bad about the ICU nurses. I said I tip my hat off to y'all. Oh, thank you, Moni. You're so tense this evening. You're so tense. Oh, thank you, Lily. Baby, case management is not a walk in the park. Y'all have a lot to do. Y'all got to help people with Medicaid, food stamps, eyeglass appointments, rides to dialysis. Whew, y'all hands are full. Case management is not a walk in the park. And when I hear people talk about, I'm going to go, thank you, Pac Man, I'm going to go to case management. Oh, Maisha, it's PMHDMP that's on the way. I ain't playing with these people. If they making the CRNAs have DMPs, everybody else is next. So I'm gonna just go ahead and sign up for it right now. Because here's T. When I get finished with school, I'm finished. And anybody in a facility talking about you need to go back and get this, your mama. I said it with my chest, your mama. Oh, yes, Moni, it is. You know what, Lily? Let me tell you something about these people and they what we ain't and what we are. Cause hanging out with my best friend, she is the queen of clapbacks. Y'all want to quit telling us who is and who ain't professional, cause you might get sick and you might need a non-professional to save your life. So quit playing with us. Quit playing with us. um Morningstar, as nurses, we always have to do continuing education. It's part of our license. Yeah, we always have to do continuing education. What I was talking about, Boo, is depending on the facility that you work at, the exactly, Tish. Thank you, Miss Daylight. What I was talking about is that some hospital systems are magnet, which whoop de doo. No, I'm just playing. And as a result of them being magnet hospital systems, their nurses have to be at least like BSN or, but last year they passed legislation that said that advanced nursing degrees, such as the CRNAs, who are nurse and anesthesiologists, they have to have a DMP before they go into the CRNA program. And so I was telling my bestie, it's only going to be a matter of time. If they're making the CRNAs go back to school and get their DMPs, they're going to make the MPs go back to school too. So I don't want to finish for somebody to tell me you got to go back to school, because that's what they're doing now with some of the RNs at some of the hospitals. They have to go back and get their BSN or MSN based on what is the status of the facility. So I was just like, you know what? While I am in school, baby, right here, Moni, there are some Yes, Morningstar. Some facilities will. If you are at a facility and let's say you're an RN and the facility requires for their RNs to have at least BSN or MSN, yeah, they will pay for you to go back to do it. And then, well, I don't know, because since the orange toddler been in office, a lot of stuff has changed. Prior to his arrival, again, a lot of your benefit packages included if it was required or if you wanted to pursue an accelerated nursing degree, then they would take care of paying for it for you. But most of the hospitals, if you are wanting to achieve a accelerated nurses, not accelerated, what am I saying? Um, if you're wanting to get a higher degree, yes, they will. Some of them come with you have to, in exchange for them paying for it, then you have to commit to like 2 to 3 years of working for their facility. Let me tell y'all something about this student loan debt. Okay, let me tell you something. Now, once I finish DMP school, I'm finished with nursing school. But in terms of Uncle Sam, oh, I'll go take a basket weaving class or whatever. Are you getting what I'm putting down? I am a descendant of the group that never received their reparations. Don't hand me no bills. I said what I said. Read between the lines. Okay. I can't never be serious. I am serious, but I ain't. I'm dead. Do not hand me what? Hmm. The master class in macrame and basket weaving looks very interesting. Wait a minute. Let me tell you something. I love, I love my sisters. Y'all are crazy. Netta said Jesus paid. What you say, Maisha? You gonna take that coloring course? We will all be in community college together. But I can tell you what ain't gonna happen. Let me tell y'all something. Somebody that is collecting $1 billion is only paying $700 in taxes, and you chasing me down because I am pursuing a higher degree to teach me how to keep you alive. I know you lying. You totally made that up. You totally made that up. Totally. I don't get to go golfing. Um, we getting ready to have another weekend with inclement weather where everything gonna be locked down again because it's gonna freeze. You know where me and the rest of the nurses are gonna be? And you want me to pay what? I'm with Netta now. Not the world's largest quiltish. You want me to do who? I'm about to be I'm about to be stationary for 36 hours where I work straight because it's gonna be inclement weather. No, you can run that bill back to whoever sent you to come give it to me. Well, I tell you what. I tell you what, this what we gonna do. If we gonna be petty like that, if if I gotta pay you back for what I learned, then I can't take care of you. Not everybody else, not y'all. Them. That part right there, Janita. Oh, I know, Lily. Oh, I know. They hemmed us up real tight. They hemmed us up real tight because they thought what was gonna happen is when they told us that the monies dropped from 100K down to 20K, that meant we're gonna stop pursuing these degrees. We ain't never had no money. Y'all just started giving us student loans 50 some years ago. How you think we was going to school before that? Let me say it again. We do not look like what we going. We will throw rent parties, fish fries, sell bottled water on the corner. If we make up our mind that we're going to get those degrees, we're going to get those degrees. And we don't give a damn about what you're talking about. That is so awesome, Lily. And I love taking care of my veterans. They did think that was what was going to happen, Morningstar. They thought that we were going to be like, oh my God, they're taking away the financial aid. Y'all ain't never gave us shit. We used to that. I was in class today, and one of my classmates was like, they put a hold on my account and told me that they gonna put me out of school if I don't pay. No, they not. No, they not. If you put somebody out of school that owe you money, you think they're gonna give you that money? Oh, okay. I was like, baby, call them people and tell them you're gonna put something on it. Yeah, we back to that. I put something on it. As Janita so eloquently said, when the orange toddler pay his bills, you can come run me down about mine. Now be still while I take your vitals. That part right there. Or as Tish like to remind me, $30 is more than zero. Hey, Sim. Do not play with us, okay? We the most educated and degree group. we we get dumped, broke up with, divorced. And you know what we do? We go get 5011 degrees. We start 5011 businesses. Don't play with us. We'll get mad and turn this whole place into a wonderland. Stop playing. What you say, V? You can keep on. Wait on it. The audacity. The audacity. That's crazy. That's so crazy. But here we are. Okay, so I'm excited. I'm gonna graduate. Tish finna be mad, but it wouldn't be alive if we didn't talk about our favorite nephew. So let's talk about our favorite nephew because me. Emmanuel Acho. Emmanuel Acho. You just won't go sit your ass down somewhere and be quiet. Who asked you? Who asked you? Who asked you? And I get it. You suffer from trauma in a chronic case of trauma envy. You didn't get picked for the Pro Bowl, so you think Shador should forfeit his invitation. Let me think about it. Hold on. Hell no. In the words of Miss Sophia, hell no. What is wrong with you, young man? I mean, what is your deal? I do know your deal. That's rhetorical. You're angry, you're bitter, you're brittle. And you keep talking and coming for Shador Sanders. Let me tell you something, sir. You don't want that. You really don't want that. Because not that Shador is ever going to say anything back to you. It ain't Shador that I'm talking about. It ain't Bucky. It ain't even Shiloh. Deandra has semi-retired her crash out since she had snow. It ain't even her. Who you should be concerned with? Dion Lewin Sanders. Let me tell you something. That entire family, and let me say it for the people who are in the mezzanine seats, okay? That entire family does not play about Shador Sanders, okay? Now you keep on and ask Kevin Stefanski about how Prime pulled up in Berea. You gonna come into work one day and speak easy, and Deion Sanders is gonna be in your building. And he ain't gonna be ugly. He is gonna come with scripture and a word for you. But he gonna leave you tossed like salad. Please believe it. Cause you won't leave his son alone. Cause you won't. Cause you won't. He even have a show. It's titled We Got Time Today. We got time today. And you come on Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter's internet with all that's in you, dictated by the clear colonizers and the male mafia that pay you. You think because you do that minstrel sideshow dance for those pilgrims that it's going to make everything okay. Sir, is you cool? Because here's the real tea. All you have is your little podcast. No one talks about your football career. No one even likes you. Shady and them is on your show because it's a come up for them. Let me be clear and break bread with you. You're not from here, so you don't know. So let me tell you something. You think you the HNIC and you the flunky. You the flunky on your own show. And every time you open your mouth and you attempt to attack, see, when you went to the you like Shador moment, I told everybody then you're a clown and you're a twit and you was just playing. But you a flunky in your own universe. And Shador should have declined the offer. No, the hell he shouldn't have. Because I'm going to tell you, like everybody else, the Pro Bowl is a popularity contest. It is based on what your fans think. If you mad you didn't get selected, work on your fan base. Shador Sanders has a solid fan base. His fan base is second only to the Beehive. You know how big that is? Don't be mad because all of us are one band, one sound when it come to him. If you put him on a ballot and say vote, he voted. And you mad because he get to go? Here's the T on that too. They not even playing a real football game. They playing a 7-on-7 touch football game. And you think he should decline the offer to go and be in the presence of vets with experience and time and wisdom? I ain't heard none of the vets say he need to say no. But again, you outside the club, mad because he's going in the club. None of those people are calling your name. None of them are asking you to swap jerseys with them. None of them are bigging you up on your little stanky, funky ass podcast. Nobody is rushing to talk to you. Game over and everybody is rushing the field so they can hug the neck and pound up Shador Sanders. But you want him to say no. Hmm. I'm gonna need you to go play in the grass and play with your mammy. And for everybody else that look like you and got something to say, let's be very clear. Shador Sanders hasn't been given anything. I take that back. His daddy gave him his last name. His daddy gave him his last name. But outside of that, everything his rookie season, he worked his behind off to get it. He stayed silent, he stayed patient. He supported everybody on his team, coaches included. So the audacity of you, Stephen, aka Emmanuel Acho, to say that he should have rescinded the offer. No, no. Actually, Morningstar, thank you for asking that question. Segue to the next thing I want to talk about. I'm excited about Coach Todd. I'm going to tell you why I'm excited about Coach Todd. Because what Coach Todd did in Baltimore with Lamar Jackson, he gave Lamar Jackson the latitude to show his throwing game, his passing game to his running backs. He allowed Lamar Jackson to truly develop into a really good quarterback. So I'm excited. One, He has time, he has experience. He's coached on several different teams. So he's had an opportunity to amass a lot of different plays and quarterback and offensive types. So this is a good situation for Shador to be in. Shador has a lot of natural raw talent. Shador is coachable. He is also a student of the game, so he is always interested in learning. He is okay about feedback. He responds to feedback. If you tell him something that he's not doing correctly, he will adjust and align and fix it. He is also able to speak to and tell you what he's seeing when he's out on the field in terms of what he's seeing in live action as well as what he has recognized in film. I think it's very good. Now, I was also excited about Nate, but I also understand the politics of football, especially the NFL. There was no way in hell the Cleveland Browns were going to have a black general manager, a black star quarterback, and a black head coach. That's just the America we live in. That's it. I am I feel very good about the choices that Andrew Berry is making. Um, I know I was one of the people who felt like Andrew Berry was not for Shador. That's been corrected. I've been apologizing since February 33rd. Um, I get it. Andrew Berry is not a man that does a lot of talking. He does a lot of work, and he lets his work speak for him. The fact that they are, and it's very apparent that they are serious about reorganizing the team from the top to the bottom. So having a coach who is not going to allow his ego and his personal opinions get in the way. This is a coach who has demonstrated he is for the betterment of the team. And if he has a quarterback that is able to perform, that he is going to push him and allow him to perform. So I think he and Shador are going to work well together. Um, we are definitely going to see Shador's strength polished and sharpened like we've never seen before. One, because that's what Shador wants to do, and two, he'll have a coach in the building who will support and see to it that it's done. I would have liked to see Nate, one, because Nate is a former quarterback, so he's been in the same shoes as Shador. The second thing is Nate is young, so he hasn't had an opportunity to be tainted by the NFL. But no matter how good things get, politics, excuse me, politics of the game always seem to take over. So there is that. But I like the choice in the coach. Well, Moni, here's the thing on Schwartz. Hold on a second. Jim Schwartz is sitting in the midst of a playoff bound team. Let me say it again. I'm going to say it loud and proud because I've been saying this. The Cleveland Browns are going to the playoffs next year. They have the defense that is already built, solid, and strong. We have a good captain and leader on the defense. That's Myles Garrett. We need to patch up the holes, build up our strength on the offense. Now, if Jim Schwartz is not happy, let me tell you something. I don't work anywhere. I'm not happy either. If he's not happy and that's what he wants to do, we bid you good We bid you Godspeed on your future endeavors. But we're in the midst of a rebuild, bruh. Are you in? Or are you staying? That's why you have an agent to negotiate the things that you don't like. And I don't want to sound crass or cold, but that's the gist of what we're dealing with. And he knew that prior to Kevin Stefanski's departure. There's no way in hell anybody who was part of the Cleveland Browns organization honestly believed once Shador Sanders started playing that everything was going to be business as usual as far as how the Cleveland Browns were doing their business. No. That young man stood on the podium and said, "We're not doing that anymore. You, if you're not interested in speaking life into what's going to happen, then you're not going to get anything different." That's what he said. And Andrew Berry ain't missing nothing that young man is putting down. That part right there, Moni. So if you stay, now here's the tea, everybody. Right now is not a good time to be in your feelings if you on the Cleveland Browns team. I know, and don't get it twisted. I can understand how Jim Schwartz feels. If they were going to make somebody a head coach, he feels like there should have been somebody who was in their ranks that's giving them time and tenure. I can understand that and I can respect that. But here's the other thing. Jim Schwartz, you are the mastermind and the architect behind the defense that led Myles Garrett to getting his record. Don't undervalue or underestimate what you have created in your organization just because of the title. Head coaches, offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, they work singularly, but they work interdependently to make the team work. And a lot of the progression that the team made this year was as a result of your defense. Kevin Stefanski was pure hot shit. You were not. Hey, Jasmine. Hey, Henny. So let that be a lesson to all of us that sometimes we may have our eyes on what we feel is a prize better than ours. But when you look at the scheme of things, is the head coach position really better than what he's done on defense? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. But that's just me. Yes, I am, Jasmine. April 24th. I speak sometimes on the fact that sometimes we are so busy concerned about losing, we don't see when we winning. Jim Schwartz has done an amazing thing with the defense for a team that everybody pegged was at the bottom of the totem pole. The achievement that Myles Garrett attained this year is not a light one at all. To attain the most sacks in one season, we saw how fast that man came up off the line and was able to maneuver around. You see how big Myles Garrett is? How fast and powerful he is? Jim Schwartz, if you don't take a bow for what you did this year and sit your ass down somewhere, now if it's more money, then go to the table and talk about more money. But damn these titles and shit, I need people to stay focused. Why is Miles distraught on Instagram? I ain't been on Instagram. What happened? Why is he distraught, Henny? I would have liked to see Nate. I mean, I said that before, but again, I like the fact that he was young. I like the fact that he hasn't been tainted. I like the fact that he is a former quarterback. Um, that means he's been in a position where he was the leader of the team. So leading his team in the capacity of head coach, I don't think it would have been a problem for him. He also understands the obstacles and course that Shador is having to take. So helping to develop and mold your quarterback, I don't think in that capacity he was going to be short of anything amazing. But again, it is what it is. So here we are. But the Cleveland Browns are going to the playoffs next year. And if you don't believe me, just check out how mad people are that are outside of internet aunties, uncles, and cousins. They are so pissed. They're not just pissed about the Pro Bowl, they are pissed because they know what's coming. They know what's coming. And it is what it is. Shador is going to ball out. I'm so excited about our wide receiver and our running back core. Andrew Berry is gonna get an offensive line built. I'm not even concerned about that. It's gonna happen. But the Cleveland Browns team is going to come together and be cohesive. And here's T. For anybody that says they don't like the new coach, anybody that endured Kevin Stefanski, and that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. But I am excited. I am excited about the new nephews, Amani Marshall, Isaiah Wooden. I told that baby on a live, I'm calling you Zay. There's Isaiah Bond. That's Zay 2. Dylan Sampson. Luke Fioria. I mean, our list is just going. We got Raheem Sanders. Ashton Junty, once he gets better. I'm sorry, Judkins. I'm giving that baby that other baby's name. Quinshawn. I said Ashton Junty. Where did that come from? I don't know. Quinshawn Junkins, once he gets better. Our wide receiver and running back core. Whoo. Lavardian. We got Gage. We got Malachi. Now, I know I said I wanted the legendary shoes as a graduation gift. I do. I need a 10 and a half in men. I wear toe rings. I will not have my feet crunched up like bombs over Baghdad. So that's why I wear 10 and a half in men's. Okay, so there's that. I do still want those. But Andrew Berry, if you want to give a girl a real graduation gift, Can you go over there and get Keon Coleman? Please and thank you. You can thank me later. Go get Keon Coleman. Buffalo Bills don't know what they got in that young man. They are mistaken by that shrimp etouffee drawl that he got because he is from the southern part of the boot. He just a good old he is a good old boy from down in the swamp, baby. Go get him. Go get him. And while you at it, pick up Shiloh. If you have Keon Coleman and you add Shiloh to this group of magnificence, talking about tickets selling out, anything and everything those numbers appear on will go off the shelves. The morale of that team will go through the stratosphere. There is an aura and presence around these young men, and have them all in the same room. My God, today. Buffalo Bills didn't know what to do with Keon Coleman. I'm trying to tell you. Keon Coleman in the right locker room with the right coaching staff is a stealth bomb waiting to explode. I am trying to tell you. Go ahead and make the Browns a super team. We don't mind. Prior to Shador Sanders' arrival, you couldn't fart about the Cleveland Browns, and I turn my head and look at you. I'm still not sold on the organization. I do like the players, and of course, I love our nephew. Oh, the Browns are definitely a team. That's why they up in arms right now. That's why they are up in arms right now because they know what's coming. Oh, they know what's coming. But Andrew Barry, go get Keon. Go get him. Baby, Shiloh, the Cleveland Browns have a dog pound. Do you know how Shiloh likes that kind of energy? I can see Shiloh at the end of the game jumping up into the dog pound, signing autographs and taking pictures because that's what he does. That's the prime time in him. But baby, the way that he will rock your soul on that football field, Shiloh will lay you out. And here's the thing, with Shiloh on the same team as his brother, if y'all think that Shador Sanders balls out right now, Shador has been playing on the same team as his brother since he was 4 years old. Yes, he is, Octavius. Yes, he is. Moni, I'm trying to tell you, somebody that's got a solid locker room and coaching staff, Keon is not going. I'm just saying, mark what I say right now. He would, Morningstar, because the way they feed off of each other's energy. Y'all saw the tapes from Paris. Shador was in hog heaven. He was with his big brother. Anytime Shador's older siblings are with him, and that's not to take anything from Charlemagne, I'm just telling you, Shador is the quintessential baby brother. Whenever Deandra is in the building, have you watched how he respects his older sister? And you've seen how he is with Bucky and Shiloh. A lot of younger siblings will be like, no, don't tell me that or whatever. When Bucky or Shiloh or Deandra say something to Shador, his response is very receptive. He got off that podium and told everybody, I got to go see Shiloh. Bucky was at his game. Shador ran over to that sideline. Did you see how animated he was talking to his brother? They bring Shiloh on the Browns. Let me tell y'all something. Anybody on the opposing team, get ready. Shador gonna ball out. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. I'm trying to go to as many games as I can, both at home and away. But Father, Lord God, right now in this place, please make that Atlanta Falcons game an early game. Please make that one at the beginning of the season. Please. Oh yeah, for all of y'all that don't have a jersey and you don't like Kevin Stefanski, there is Kevin Girl merch that you can buy from me so that you can represent. It comes in Atlanta black, Atlanta red, Atlanta Cleveland orange, and Cleveland brown. hmm I can't wait. I can't wait. So I'm gonna send out the email for the Pro Bowl watch party so we can clown and kiki together. I was trying to see the skills challenges. It didn't give a schedule for any of those things. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I hope they don't do that stuff in the middle of the day while everybody is at work. But nonetheless, thank you to everyone who sent their well wishes. And thank you for you ladies, and you know who you are, that called me and prayed with me over the phone. I so appreciate that. Mm. So it's 10:25. Your girl's got to get up. I got studying and stuff to do tomorrow, but thank you all so much. Just watch those of you who did watch party, you're already on the distribution list, so you'll get the email. Anyone who did not do watch parties with us this year, if you DM me, I will send you the link for the watch party for the Pro Bowl. Yep. So everyone get some sleep. As you all know, there's another storm that is coming. If you are in the areas where the storms are going to come, as I shared with you all last week, please make sure you got enough medications to get you through. You want to make certain that you got at least 2 weeks of medication just in case. They say it's only a couple of days, but we never know how that's going to go. And if you have uh, medications that you are required to take every day, thank you, baby. You want to make sure that you have those on deck. My diabetics and my chemo patients, your medications require refrigeration. This is Texas. I don't know how I go in other places, but in Texas they do rolling blackouts sometimes when the electricity get to pumping too hard because it's too cold. So if you are diabetic or if you're a chemo patient, if you're someone else that has medication, those antibiotics, the moxicillins that need to be refrigerated, please make sure you have a little cooler or somewhere that you can keep your meds on chill while we go through this. Let's be proactive and not reactive, folks. Let's be proactive and not reactive. And please, dear God, Star Child, don't you go buy another roll of toilet paper. Save some for the rest of us. Nonetheless, love bugs, thank you again so much for all the well wishes and the prayers. I appreciate it. For real, Janita, save us some. Tomorrow, go do great things. Get ready for this second wave of this storm. Take care of yourselves. Keep warm. And as always, protect your peace and your mental health. Mm, okay.